Today, we're digging up 13 of the weirdest phones you've probably never even seen before. As we go through this list, make sure to drop a comment below telling me which phone you think is the absolute weirdest. Don't forget to smash that like button to help us out. And now, let's get started. First up, we have the LG Wing. Remember when phones that flipped open were all the rage? Well, the LG Wing took that concept to a whole new dimension. Literally. This phone sports a main 6.8-inch OLED screen. But here's the crazy part. It swivels horizontally to reveal a smaller 3.9-inch secondary screen underneath. Imagine the multitasking possibilities. You could be navigating with Google Maps on the main display while controlling your music or answering a call on the secondary screen. Or how about using the second screen as a dedicated control panel for the camera? The LG Wing wasn't just about a gimmick, it genuinely offered some innovative use cases. Sure, it added a bit of bulk, but you can't deny that seeing that screen swivel open was undeniably cool. It was a bold swing, pun intended, from LG, showcasing their willingness to experiment with unconventional form factors. While it might not have become a mainstream hit, the LG Wing definitely deserves a spot on our list for its sheer audacity and unique design. Next on our list is a phone that looked like it came straight out of a sci-fi movie, the Xiaomi Mi Mix Alpha. This device was all about the screen, and we mean all about the screen. The Mi Mix Alpha featured a surround display that wrapped almost entirely around the phone, from the front, over the sides, and to the back. It was an absolutely stunning piece of engineering, creating a truly immersive visual experience with a screen-to-body ratio that was unlike anything we had ever seen. Imagine the possibilities for notifications, displaying widgets, or even using the back of the phone as a viewfinder for the camera. Xiaomi was really pushing the boundaries of display technology with this concept phone. While the Mi Mix Alpha never actually saw a wide commercial release, it served as a powerful statement about the future of smartphone design and hinted at the incredible innovations that were on the horizon. It was a bold and beautiful experiment, and it definitely earned its place as one of the weirdest phones we've ever encountered. Alright, let's take a trip down memory lane with our next contender, the Samsung Galaxy Beam. Now, this phone had a secret weapon, literally. Built right into the top of the Galaxy Beam was a fully functional projector. Yes, you heard that right. You could actually project photos, videos, or even presentations onto any flat surface. Imagine the possibilities for impromptu movie nights with friends or sharing your vacation photos on a hotel room wall. While the image quality might not have rivaled a dedicated projector, the sheer novelty and convenience of having a projector in your pocket were undeniably appealing. The Galaxy Beam wasn't the most powerful or sleekest phone on the market, but its unique feature made it stand out from the crowd. It was a testament to Samsung's willingness to try new and unexpected functionalities in their devices. For anyone who ever dreamed of turning any wall into a big screen, the Samsung Galaxy Beam was a truly weird and wonderful gadget. Now, let's talk about a phone that was more of a concept than a finished product, but its ambition was so grand that it deserves a place on our list: Project Ara. This was Google's attempt to create a modular smartphone where users could swap out individual components like the camera, battery, processor, and even the screen. The idea was revolutionary. Imagine being able to upgrade specific parts of your phone as needed, customize it to your exact requirements, or even easily repair it by replacing a faulty module. Project Ara held the promise of a more sustainable and personalized smartphone experience. While the project was eventually discontinued, the concept itself was incredibly innovative and hinted at a future where our devices could be far more flexible and adaptable. Project Ara was a truly weird and ambitious undertaking, and its legacy continues to inspire discussions about modularity in consumer electronics. Moving on, we have a phone that took mobile photography to a rather unusual extreme: the Samsung Galaxy S4 Zoom. At first glance, it looked like a regular smartphone, but flip it over and you were greeted with a prominent camera lens that wouldn't look out of place on a point-and-shoot digital camera. The Galaxy S4 Zoom boasted a 16-megapixel sensor and, crucially, a 10x optical zoom, a feature that was virtually unheard of on smartphones at the time. While it certainly delivered impressive zoom capabilities, the trade-off was a bulky and somewhat awkward design. It felt like two devices awkwardly merged into into one. Was it a great phone with a good camera, or a decent camera with smartphone capabilities? It was a bit of both, and that's what made it so unique. Next up is a phone that featured a rather ingenious rotating camera mechanism, the Samsung Galaxy A80. This phone ditched the traditional front-facing camera altogether. Instead, its triple-lens rear camera setup could electronically pop up and rotate 180 degrees to face forward, effectively serving as both the main and selfie camera. This allowed for a completely notchless and bezel-less display, providing a truly immersive viewing experience. The rotating mechanism was certainly eye-catching and made taking high-quality selfies with the main camera sensors a breeze. While it added a bit of complexity to the phone's design, the Galaxy A80's innovative camera system was a clever solution to the challenge of maximizing screen real estate without compromising on selfie quality. Our next weird phone takes the concept of a hybrid device to a whole new level, the Asus PadFone. This wasn't just a phone, it was a phone that could dock into a tablet shell, instantly transforming into a larger screen device. The phone itself housed the processor, RAM, and storage, and when docked, it powered the tablet's display and speakers. It was a clever idea that offered the portability of a phone and the larger screen real estate of a tablet in a single package. Asus released several iterations of the PadFone, each with its own unique design and improvements. While the concept never quite achieved mainstream popularity, it was an innovative approach to bridging the gap between different mobile device categories. Now, let's talk about a phone that was all about curves, the LG G Flex. This phone featured a distinctive curved OLED display that followed the natural contour of the face. LG argued that this design made the phone more comfortable to hold during calls and provided a more immersive viewing experience. The G Flex even had a self-healing back cover that could supposedly buff out minor scratches over time, a truly unique feature. While the curved screen was certainly visually striking, it wasn't necessarily a game changer in terms of functionality. Alright, get ready for a phone that packed a truly outrageous feature, the Energizer PowerMax P18 Kelvin Pop. This phone was all about battery life, and when we say all about battery life, we mean it. The PowerMax P18 Kelvin Pop housed a massive 18000 mAh battery, which was absolutely unheard of for a smartphone. This behemoth of a battery promised days, if not weeks, of usage on a single charge. To accommodate this massive power cell, the phone was incredibly thick and bulky. It was practically two phones stacked on top of each other. It also featured a pop-up front-facing camera, hence the pop in its name. While the promise of never having to worry about battery life was certainly tempting, the sheer size and weight of the PowerMax P18 Kelvin Pop made it a rather impractical daily driver. Next up is a phone that offered a glimpse into the future of display technology, albeit in a somewhat unconventional way, the Samsung Galaxy Note Edge. This phone featured a standard flat display, but with a curved edge that wrapped around the side of the device. This curved edge could function independently, displaying notifications, app shortcuts, news feeds, and more. It was a novel way to utilize the otherwise unused space on the side of the phone, and offered quick access to important information. The Galaxy Note Edge was essentially a precursor to Samsung's later curved screen flagship devices. While the initial implementation might have felt a bit experimental, the Note Edge was an innovative and somewhat weird device that paved the way for the curved displays we see on many smartphones today. Moving on, we have a phone that took a very unique approach to eliminating the front-facing camera notch, the ZTE Nubia X. This phone featured two screens, a primary display on the front and a secondary display on the back. When you wanted to take a selfie, you simply flipped the phone over and used the rear cameras with the back screen acting as the viewfinder. This clever design allowed for a completely bezel-less and notchless main display, providing a truly immersive visual experience. The secondary screen could also be used for other purposes, such as displaying custom images or providing additional information. The ZTE Nubia X was a creative and somewhat weird solution to the ongoing quest for a truly full-screen smartphone design. Next, we examine a device that offered a truly unique and practical solution to the persistent problem of battery life, the YotaPhone 2. Its defining feature was not a single gimmick, but a fundamental redesign of the user experience through its dual display system. On the front, it featured a conventional full-color AMOLED screen for standard smartphone operations. The back of the device, however, was an entirely separate, always-on e-ink display. This secondary screen was designed for displaying static information, like notifications, calendars, and news tickers, with minimal power consumption. It also transformed the device into a dedicated e-reader, providing a comfortable, paper-like reading experience that could significantly extend battery life for days. The YotaPhone 2 was an ambitious attempt to integrate two distinct technologies to create a more efficient and versatile mobile device. Its approach remains one of the most clever and unconventional hardware solutions to software-related issues like battery drain and information overload. Finally, rounding out our list of 13 weird phones is the LG G5. Now, the G5 itself wasn't necessarily that strange, but its modular design was certainly unique. LG introduced Friends, which were modular attachments that could be swapped out to add new functionalities to the phone. These modules included a camera grip with extra battery and physical controls, and a hi-fi DAC for enhanced audio. The idea was to offer users a customizable smartphone experience where they could tailor the phone to their specific needs. While the concept was interesting, the implementation wasn't as seamless as some had hoped, and the ecosystem of Friends never really took off. However, the LG G5's modular design was a bold and somewhat weird attempt to innovate in the smartphone space, and it deserves recognition for trying something different. Which of these weird phones surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more fascinating tech deep dives. Thanks for watching.